asking, we're asking, where did the mind frame of such dirty, low down shit did you get it from? And even if our people did it before you, where did that come from within my people to be doing that to their own people or their own kind? Now we must go back probably even further where we say they were the giants or whatever, had human they created humans to dig up the gold or to mine the gold. That's just one story in many ways, in many of the stories. You see? So we're still asking and we still see that that mind frame has led over many years and many times to where they're still doing it today. You know? And you have these people preaching all this hate and all these different groups and government offices and amongst their kind, but want to call it a government. Give us a three-ring circus, but want to call it a government. You know what I'm saying? Now, when we look at even, Special Counsel Jack Smith, as I was discussing before, speaks to the media about the indictment of President Donald J. Trump on August 2023 in Washington. In Washington, the federal judge, presiding over the case of Trump's classified doc case, prosecution is hearing arguments Monday, June 24th, 2024, on on whether, the, 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 the whole Jack Smith bar case needs to be and should have been long time thrown out. You know what I'm saying? Long, long, long time thrown out when we really look at it. You know what I mean? Let's just be frank. He's sitting up there talking about any kind of keys, talking about some classified documents when you know for well we knew you guys chumped the whole thing up, or it was all put into a rally to distract us from something else or somewhere. But it's still the same thing. You know what I mean? You're all full of a dude. And it's so. We sit up here talking about the classified document keys of documents in which y'all already seen. And Donald Trump had them as documents and so on and so on. And then acting as if like they shuffle these documents around on free will on either side of the bridge. You know what I'm saying? But making the American people feel that they can't even see certain things until we actually see them. Yeah. But we see feds told the feds told lawmakers that Trump should have sent and Obama's social media posts about the attack. Why am I not uh, 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 surprised about this in any way? I still think that it was all about some kind of measure in many wanting to change the narrative, and cool things down and this, that, and the third, and try to change the image of the demon Democrats to look more, presentable, because they're losing on a grand scale. And no matter what took place, but you notice how the attack goes towards Trump. But we see the feds told Trump should have sent an anonymous social uh, media post about the attack. They said it's fake. What did I say? After briefing lawmakers on the social media footprint of Donald Trump would be assassinated. No, oh yeah, Trump's would be assassin. The FBI has reportedly, backtracked on accounts they tried to uh, 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 they tied to the shooter, saying it's actually fake. hmm It's actually fake. Okay. In the briefing called with Senate House lawmakers on Wednesday, FBI and Secret Service officials shared new details about the 20-year-old gunman, Thomas Matthew Crooks, or whatever, you know what I mean, and his movement in the lead up to the shooting included a chilling message left on the online gamer platform screen. Okay, on July 13th will be my premiere. Watch as it unfolds. Read the post lawmakers told, you know what I'm saying, multiple outlets. But now a U.S. official has said that the FBI now believes that that the account that the post came from to be the post that it came from to be is fake. You know what I'm saying? The insider told CNN News Authority, and as news, if you ask me, you know what I'm saying? Authority did believe the post was genuine when they shared the information, but since reversed that assessment. Well, let's hope all news media know that now. On July 13th, Crooks, headed to the site of the Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, armed with a AR. How did I know it was an AR-15? How I know it was an AR-15? You see how they want to take away assault rifles or assault weapons from people, but at the same time, the assault weapons and the different things that are out there, you always had them. You always put them out there for your own people and your military and everyone else, to where you was even using these weapons to sell to the black people in the neighborhood from other outlets and other forms or wherever and whoever and so on. But either way, black people did not have a gun factory in the neighborhood necessarily, where they manufactured, made guns, and sell them. So, you know, when we look at every time an attack or something goes down, it's always with the AR. You know what I'm saying? But it's all right for them to have AR, our enemies to have AR, but we have, I guess a 38 long, a 38 P shooter. You know what I'm saying? Where they're going and all that. We over there out the way until he stops shooting, and then we step out and go pop, pop, pop. For real. Making this a baseless form rather than full regulation of gun laws to make sure and make clear to any gun buyer that if you buy a gun in the United States, a weapon of destruction, which we know that of human life, you know what I'm saying, in many ways can be a savior in all things, but it's still a weapon that kills. So if you're gonna buy these weapons or you get a hold of these weapons and you're killing people with it, there's a likely chance that you will be removed from the platform of life, because this has been going on for far too long, and it was purchased, from what he's saying. The AR-15, his father had legally purchased. Okay, so if he legally purchased it and his son uses it for something like this, what is this supposed to do? Make everybody give up all their weapons and sit around here with their thumb up their ass when trouble comes down and they're invaded from all directions that already took its position through the southern border? and now it's all around the United States, around everybody else, and flourished out and ready to be used as a weapon of a replacement of the United States citizens who have known only their life here all their life and have never been educated, many on even what entrepreneurship is. You know what I'm saying? Many knows, many don't. Like that course was never taught in school necessarily. I wonder why, especially when you come in between the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th grade of the 12-step brainwash camp in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But we still see it. After we see, after scaling the roof of the building just outside the security perimeter, but only around 150 feet from the produce. Something is still wrong with this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? First of all, to me, to be 150 feet away from the president was not that far. It was very close. This is the number one giveaway. Number two, in securing all realms of security, all buildings within the realm of 150 feet or more must up to about maybe 250 feet probably, you know what I'm saying? But only 150 feet here, or if it's 150 feet perimeter clear, that building should have been cleared. Now, somebody was saying that, and all people telling this guy on the roof, and the officer went up to check it from what the rumors, so alleged in itself. But it has to be there's a validity to it that gives it life. That he went up on the roof to check to see what the claim was, and when he got up there, the guy up there told him to get down or he'll blow his head off. So the cop got back down and started raging and calling other people. Something don't make sense there either. Then, you know what I'm saying, their shots were fired, but just in a nick of time of movement ahead, so they say, it misses Trump. Now, altogether, the perimeter in itself that was not secured in all ways, that roof should not have been cleared for anyone. That roof should have had security and sharpshooters on that particular roof that he was on. So I don't know in itself what it is, and I'm going to leave it at that, but it's all bull. And it seems like a lot of distraction in itself again. I wonder what's going on in Ukraine, over there, in Russia. So let's look at this thing from a right perspective and make sure that these type of things don't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because they love to create these so-called scenarios, such as we see years ago. But this is an election time. This is not about punching each other in the mouth, somebody getting assassinated, trying to kill the president, great conspiracy, war in Ukraine, murder and killing and genocide and slaughter in the Gaza Strip by that clown ass, jackass, Net and Budhead Yahoo and the rest of his conglomerates calling themselves Israel. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no one to be at a fake ass invasion, you know what I'm saying, and using some kind of biblical book or saying or even saying it's a biblical book is a disrespect in itself. You know what I'm saying? It's just a regular book that they wrote and then forced on the mouth of people and kill them and hang them and okay, you see what you still see the superior, the pure and all of that. Yeah, just tell that to their wives years ago. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they running around here talking about, you know what I'm saying, acting like they never been with black men. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all ancestors and a lot of y'all wide A's got black blood all up in ya. it might have been a crucial time for our people, and our people were under many cruciality of slavery, even LGBTQ. I mean, even gay men, gay white men have been raping. Probably even the black men was doing it in the West Indies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Many of those plantations over in the West Indies were gay. They were screwing the black men in the bum. You know what I'm saying? They enslaving the man already. You know what I'm saying? Who's harsh or work treatment and all this other shit. And he over there the whole time looking at the black man bum. Not a woman, you know. Mm. Now we see they're showing us a Spinnerati star, look like the Hexic star, you know what I'm saying, of the medical garbage that they're doing. But they call this the because that's when they're showing us a disease, right? But in the middle of it is the Hexic star. And it looked like it's spinning with a Nazism type groove to it. You know, see, in a Luciferian, I don't know, whatever. But we see the world's deadliest creature spreading another deadly virus in New York. You know, see, this is covered by none other than whom? The CDC. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where, in this one, we see here where the CDC issues warning about a virus spreading at historic levels. Yeah, I wonder how. The CDC issues a health alert to notify the public and public health authorities of an increased risk of the dengue virus, as it is called, the DENV infection. Yeah, I wonder why. Well, the dengue virus infection research, you know what I'm saying, historic numbers. You know what I'm saying? So, my mother used to speak about that. But many of these things to me needs to be fully and more investigated into many things and practices and sly games that have slipped across with a lot of censorship and a lot of other bullshit when it came to the very health and wealth of the United States citizens. You know what I'm saying? All moves that were made in 2020 in creep Joe Biden vote back bitch ass, you know what I'm saying, want to be president and never will be in my vote. You know what I'm saying? Just like Bush, and many others. But, you know what I'm saying, it slid by and no one was held accountable. There was no reason for it. There was no I can't think of anything good it was for other than, corruption, chaos, and all types of other bullshit little games that they play. And now even my family and children probably, they're older, whatever they make their own decision, probably got it in them. But we see Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries push demon Democrats um, to delay nominations. Yeah, Chuck the Duck Schumer always some way doing some bullshit, you hear me? That's why they call him Chucky, the Ducky. You know what I mean? Always somewhere doing some bullshit. And we see many times that we see many of these different corrupted things that are going on in government is the way that it looks on the outside as well. You know what I'm saying? Many people have bear the scars over time and then only to turn around and still be doing it amongst themselves in these times. You're not going to get people to just up and change. We're not naive. But at the same time, you got to look at the mind frame and really be asking yourself, where did that actually come from in itself that man would kill man at an alarming rate as if nothing, no more than garbage on, you know what I'm saying, in itself. But we see pressure on Joe Biden has ramped up. Trump to speak at RNC live update. Mm, okay, we see Trump formally accepts the Republican nomination during a speech in Milwaukee Thursday. Yeah, I feel. Let's see Trumpy Bears on the move in this whole thing. So now that he's accepted the nomination, that is pretty good, if you ask me. So we're gonna see where this goes. But remember, we also want to see productivity in many programs and many different things that black people should have. See, a lot of people want to see that if black people don't get a handout, or many black people don't get no help, or they do this, they can do it all alone, and so on and so on. But that's not by chance, and that's not, and definitely not going to work, because what we know has been by design. So many people can speak for what they got because, excuse me, they themselves have um, been successful in endeavors like, say, YouTube on their channel and stuff like that, and made money as a YouTuber and made money very quickly in many other endeavors and many other merch and different things and so on and so on, and start to see the entrepreneurship of the ship that they have always been searching for or want to do as far as support is concerned. But you got to remember that many people did not have that type of education, this which is no excuse, you know what I'm saying, because they should educate themselves at all times. But many didn't have the opportunity to do so, and well, many were by design were distracted by many things, and then causing of many mental illnesses in the black community as well. A lot of people don't want to speak about the mental illness sometimes that's in our community, and I'm sure it's in everybody's community at this time in itself. You know what I'm saying? So we're not speaking about just the bums or whatever you want to call them, and people who may be seen to be in a predicament such as that, or so homeless in shelters and so on. We're not speaking about that because those people needs to receive the help that should be given to them by all means. You know what I'm saying? But we're speaking about the common people who is out there doing it every day, struggling, working on a regular job, and just going about doing their thing. A lot of them do not have the entrepreneurship nor the money, nor can probably get a loan because by design many things were put out there to fuck up their credit a long time ago. So, you know what I'm saying? There's always a design somewhere in the trickery, but the whole fact of the matter is that even if this is so, it still would help to make sure that those people have the necessary money and the different things in their pocket that they would need rather than squeezing every stingy fucking dollar for your garbage, wars and bullshit and this and that and the third. You know what I'm saying? Even when you created projects like, you know what I'm saying, Larry Hoover projects and so on, when that went on in Chicago, this has always been going on. They act as if like this is the first time. No, it hasn't. You know what I'm saying? But the black community in itself must release itself from this bondage. You know what I'm saying? And we must move forward past even the influence that we're seeing on the internet, YouTube, or any other channel. If it's not based on a constructive understanding. You know what I'm saying?